Laravel blade templates are not only used for displaying data and replacing complex PHP structures like this, but we can also use blade templates for creating and maintaining layouts. Most of the websites, they are having a common layouts, for example header, navigation, sidebar, footer and main contents. So to maintain this structure and create many different pages having the same structure, we can use blade templates for this. Blade provide two methods for creating layouts by using reusing code. One is called template inheritance and the other is called blade components. So let's look at template inheritance first. Let's create a page in the view folder. Let's suppose it is home.blade.php. I just want to copy this code and paste here. Let's create a route for this to show what is the output of this page. So for this I will create a route. Let me just paste here. Okay, so this one should be home and this one should also be home. I will comment the rest. Okay, so let's see the output of this page is like this. So look at the navigation bar, okay, the header and the content. So if we want to create several pages maintaining the same header and a navigation bar, so we can use template inheritance and blade component. So let's look at template inheritance first. Let's suppose we have another page like this, but before that let's create a folder inside the view because we will use layouts for the template inheritance. So layouts, inside the layout we will create a file. Let's suppose this is base.blade.php. in this one I will copy everything from here and just paste here. So you see in this page the menus and the navigation will be the same, only the content will change. So I will cut the content section from this and will cut from here and replace the content of all home.php. okay, now here we need to specify that we are learning here the template inheritance. So this will be inherited from which file. So I want to inherit this home.blade.php from this layout base.blade.php. so to say extend, for inheritance we use extends, and the name specify that from which file it will be inherited. So it will be inherited from the base file which is located under the layout folder. Okay, so layouts dot, you can use slash also at base, but we will use the dot syntax base. Okay, so it will extend from there. Now we will use a section. So what is the name of this section? Let's suppose content. Okay, so I will copy this cut this and paste in the ending section. Now to produce this content in the blade.home.php, here we will use the yield directive. Yield, okay, and the name we will specify the same that we have used here in the home dot this one. So which content should be displayed here, we will specify here. Now let's see the output of the home.blade.php in a browser. This is the same URL /home, so refresh it. So you see the same content, even though you see the home.blade.php, all the navigation bar, the menus is maintained here. So in this way we can inherit the code, the same structure from one page to another using the extend directive. And within this after inheritance, what sections you want to repeat, so you just put that inside the section directive, you give a name, and this will be yield in the base.blade.php. Similarly, for example, if you want to create another pages, so in a website we have several pages, so to many pages maintaining the same generic structure, okay, we can use the same way. For example, let's create in a view another view. Let's suppose about blade.php. So in this about page we will only change, let's suppose copy the same thing, okay, and here we will change, okay, we provided the contents here, so here you just change the home to about. Okay, now let's create a route for this. Let's change this to about, it's also to about. Now let's see the output of this. Change the home to about, so you see the same generic structure and the content is changing. So this is the way how to inherit pages from layouts. Even if you want to pass this username also from the layout, so you can use that one also. For example, you go here and from the base, this one, you can we can send from the about here like this, that we will create another section, okay, another section, but this time without closing section, and the name will be, let's suppose the name is still the name because we want to send the name, okay, and here the name we will pass as a second argument. Let's suppose this is Rahman, okay. Now to display this name and fetch this name from the about page, we will change here this user as a using the yield directory. So yield and name is the name, okay. Now let's see and check the about page again. This name will be fetched from there. You see the user change from user to my name. So in this way we can inherit, we can use the blade templates to inherit layouts. The Laravel second method for creating layout is blade components. So let's create a folder inside the view folder and name it components. Let's copy the base.blade.php to this component folder. So it has this structure now. Now here in this, using the component method, we will not use the yield directive anymore. We will use the curly brackets, and this will be replaced by the variable name. Similarly here, change this one to curly brackets, and we will again use the variable name content. And now let's create another page in the view. Give a name, let's suppose layout by component dot blade dot php. So in this file, let me copy the home.blade.php. Here let's delete, we will not use the extend and we will not use the section directive. So here the inheritance will be using the x hyphen base, where base is the file name from which you want to inherit. So let me cut this inside here. Now here we will use the, instead of section we will use slots, and slots are x slot and name equal to, we can give, let's suppose this one should be the content, and here will be close this, and the closing slots will be here to close the content. Now let's create a route for this in the in control P and web.php. Control P is used to search any file in this project. So copy, and let's create another route for that. This should be, let's simply component. Okay, and the page name will be this page name. Okay, so now let's check. Here replace the about by component. The mistake was this one, that mistakenly I have typed slots. So if you type this as a slots and you check, you will get the same error. Yeah, so this is not slots, this is single slot, like this. Now if you check, refresh, it should be okay. Now if you want to send the name again through a slot from here, then we can use like this, x hyphen slot, name equal to, let's suppose this time name, and the value will be here like HTML. And this time in the blade.php, base.blade.php, we can use this name, the blade syntax, like curly brackets, and here will be the variable name. Now let's refresh. So this name will change to my name. Yeah, so in this way we can create different slots, and the inheritance will be used by the X base. So again, base is the file name from which you want to inherit.